And what age did you really start to notice the weight gain?
Oh, I mean, ever since I was a kid, 5 years old, probably. I was always that fat. I mean, I look back at my photos, I was like this really chubby and then fat kid growing up. So as long as I can remember.
And you were bullied quite a bit. When did the bullying start for you?
Yeah, I was bullied a lot. The bullying started in middle school. It was on the school bus, walking home from school, being teased and man boobs and all these like nasty names that kids, it's even crazier now, but kids did a number on me and I was bullied and then it went into high school. So that also added to my low confidence and low self-esteem, being bullied by my peers. And I already had low self-confidence and low self-esteem. So I never had a girlfriend growing up too. I had a lot of bad friends and I spent a lot of time by myself playing video games. So it was very, very unhealthy lifestyle.
What's even more interesting is that you go to school, you get bullied, you come home, you reach for food for comfort, and then you gain more weight, go to school, get bullied, come home, eat, do all, it's like this cycle, right? And which you ended up driving a wedge in that, and we'll get to. Bullying is so, people don't realize, I mean, I still remember that back in 7th grade, it wasn't even bad for me, but mine was actually opposite. I couldn't even gain weight. I looked like I was deathly sick and pale and just had a messed up like mouth and just like needed braces. I just wanted people to like me for who I am. I just want to feel seen for me, not what I was going through on the outside. And I still remember that to this day. And I think that the power of those words, which we'll get to the power of affirmations in the opposite way, but the power of those words can impact your brain to the point where, like you said, it just got worse and worse and worse as time progressed. And really, we just want to be seen, right?
Yeah, we do. We just want to be authentic. We want to be able to express ourselves. Exactly. And when we're not expressing, when we're suppressing, that's going to create disease. And then it's going to lead to unhealthy behaviors. And for me, it was filling my mouth with food every opportunity I got. And it wasn't healthy food because I was running away from living a life on purpose with my purpose. I was running away from the bullies. Literally, I was running away from actually facing challenges head on. Instead, I found comfort, like you said, in food, and it gave me a temporary instant gratification of feeling good, but it did not yield me any change in my life. It just put me on that vicious circle that you spoke about.
Right. And you were even nicknamed the garbage disposal, right? Because you finished everyone's leftovers and you sort of took some pride and, identity in that. Like, that was me too. You put plates of food in front of me and it was just going down, and it was like, yeah, I'll eat it, but it's really like, what's going on there? I felt so bad when I heard that on one of your videos.
Yeah. Good job knowing that. I was nicknamed the garbage disposal, and I did identify myself with that. It's interesting how we identify ourselves with certain things and even diseases. And that's a good question to ask somebody is, are you willing to give up whatever identity you have created with whatever you're dealing with, right? So for me, it was the garbage disposal, right? And I took pride in that. So if I would ask myself, hey, you want to make a change? Are you willing to give up that moniker, that name? That's a great thing to ask myself back then.
It's crazy the stories we tell ourselves, right? Some people are still stuck in their 7th grade minds, right? And they don't even realize that they've become sort of victim to the wiring in the programming. So this continued on, fast forwarding through junior high, high school. And did you think, gosh, I have a problem? Or was it just, this is just how I am. I'm the garbage disposal and this is just how I roll and I'll eat this and that and it's not a big deal and this is my genetics. And did you just kind of accept it, or what was going through your mind at that point?
I accepted it. I was asleep. I was,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, tiptoeing. So I didn't realize, I didn't have any awareness of what was going on. And I didn't really want to make changes. My main motivation back then was to get the highest video game scores and be like the best in video games. I had no goals of being healthy. That's something I accepted as my genetics, like you said. I didn't understand health, never studied health. So I just accept that's the way I am. And I didn't put any energy and effort into changing that or studying health. I accepted it until I hit rock bottom and I woke up. It wasn't until I had to hit that rock bottom and
Mm.
wake up. If I didn't, I'd still be on that path.
Yeah, so let's fast forward. So you hit rock bottom and it was because your girlfriend broke up with you. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, it was a multitude of things. I was working at a 9-to-5 job where I was not inspired. I was there for about 4 years. I was a packing and shipping store manager. That's number one. Number two, so I had no purpose, and I didn't know my purpose, and I was not living my purpose. And then my girlfriend broke up with me, and I didn't do any kind of work on myself, so I didn't know how to handle it. So for me, it was kind of like retreat, 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 and that was with food as well. I got food to make me feel better at the moment, and it didn't heal. It was not getting to the root cause. Like I talk a lot about getting to the cause of why somebody's doing something or why somebody's dealing with the symptom. So for me, I was obese, I was depressed, I was eating foods, and I had this sugar craving that I could not control. But that was not even the problem. That was the result of the problem. The actual problem was that I was not living a life on purpose with my purpose. And I have all this energy that I want to get out there, but I was not using it for the right thing. I was not using it for anything that really inspired me. So I used that energy to play video games and use comfort food to stuff my face with. So for me, it was understanding that, hey, there's a bigger purpose out there. And books help me realize that. Like there's a reason I'm on here. It's not to be a packing and shipping store manager. It's something bigger than that. So once I started to step into my true identity, then I respected my body. I respected my health to make a better decision because I knew how that Snickers bar or Skittles or whatever it is was going to make me feel 30 minutes later. And if I had goals to do things in life that were inspirational to me and important to me, then I wouldn't want to sabotage that with short-term satisfaction. So I started to understand that, and then it helped me make a better decision. And I started to love myself and value myself more, which also helped me respect my body so I could start exercising for the first time ever and eating healthier, what I thought was healthy back then, because I started to love myself more and respect myself more. So that's where it all started. It really starts with your thoughts and loving yourself and appreciating your body, because if you do that, then you'll make a better decision to not put something in your body that you know is going to make you feel bad.
Yes, I think especially as men, when you say something like, well, you got to love yourself, it's like, what do you mean? Like, guys don't have emotion. The guys they don't do that. They don't talk about their feelings. That's a whole other topic in itself, is the suppression of emotion like that. I just want people to hone in on this thought, because you were so depressed that you were out of your purpose. And, with the girlfriend breakup, anyone that goes through a breakup knows how painful that is. But you were willing to skip the pain and go right to the exit door because you wanted to escape it that bad. So I think that's what hits home with emotional eating, because we eat to numb the pain because we don't want to feel it. We don't want to work through it. It's like we want to block it, right? Because our brains are designed to protect us. So of course your brain's going to be like, nope, that's a trauma. That's an emotion. That's pain. Let's compartmentalize it and put it over here and let's numb it, right? With something, instead of talking about it, asking for help, working through it, doing something for the stress, and you just wanted to give up. So what do you think was going on in your mind that caused that to happen?
Yeah, I was just tired of hurting. I was tired of waking up and being depressed the second I woke up, and then being depressed all day long until I laid on bed. The only time I had to escape that was when I was asleep, when I could escape that depression and that feeling of just, I'm so devastated by my girlfriend who left me and she doesn't want me back and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, and just bad thoughts. So for me, I think I would have probably taken my life if it wasn't for my mom in my life. I don't know if I'd be here if it wasn't for my mom and the fact that I love her so much, and I didn't want to do that to her. And thank God that I had her in my life and I have her in my life, because I don't know if I would be here today. So I would say that it was awareness to make a difference. I mean, the awareness came from the books. The book saved my life, because it helped me realize that I am here for a bigger purpose, and I just have to discover what that purpose is. And everybody has a unique Dharma, what Wayne Dyer calls it, a Dharma or vision or purpose. And it's just a matter of discovering that. It's there. It's inside of you. You are here for a reason. Everybody is a masterpiece. I didn't understand that back then, but everybody is a masterpiece. And I'll share that story that I love to share about a sculptor in Philadelphia who was carving out his own masterpiece. He was an artist, and there was a square concrete block that he was setting out to do some street art. And there was this young boy who started to watch this sculptor begin this amazing sculpture. And he saw week by week, he saw this artist just carve out this masterpiece. And at the end of his job, which was about a month later, this young boy saw that this artist carved out a Greek god, a perfection Greek god. And the young boy walks up to the artist and says, "Mister, how did you know that that person was in there?" And the artist looks down at the boy and says, "He was in there the whole time. He's in you this whole time, Errin. He's in me. It's in me." So we have a masterpiece inside of us. The reason that the Mona Lisa is so expensive is because it's one of a kind. Well, I'm one of a kind. You're one of a kind. We are masterpieces. It's just a matter of realizing that. And once you understand that, you'll make a better decision for your health, because you're put here for a reason. So I started to understand that through books. Books is what changed my life. And now I understand that to this day.